Hello everyone and welcome back to Spyro the Dragon for the Sony PlayStation 1. I'm One Wild Sheep and today we're going to be entering the brand new world of the game, the Peacekeepers. Now this is the second world of the game, and one thing I will want to address is actually, you will notice that every dragon in this game has their own unique design based on their world, or at least it seems so. For example, in this world, the dragons, Titan, are big.
Welcome to Peacekeepers, Spyro. Look how our treasure has been turned against us and stolen. Recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
Ah yes, collect treasure. That's what we've been doing all the way through this game up until this point anyway. But this world in particular, at least this home world, is very interesting in that it's a very desolate place. There's nothing but... It's a very barren wasteland you need to traverse across. And as you can see, it's basically a war zone. You got lots of enemies and lots of cannons that will shoot at you if you get too close to them. And I think there's two factions, these guys actually as well. So look out for the enemies because they will shoot cannons at you. Then they're quite annoying. But the enemies in this world are actually something I want to address quickly because they are they have a lot of character to them. They are really characterized, and if you go near them, they'll start running away and hide inside tents, or use a cannon to try and shoot you. When they hide in the tent, you can actually burn the tents that they hide in, and they will end up actually making rude gestures at you whenever you burn down the tents to try and get you to, to try and annoy you, to try and get you antsy in your pantsy, if you will. So yeah, lots of character in this world, and I like it. I like games that put characterization, a lot of characterizations. See, like here, they're trying to really mock you, go, hey, you can't catch us, come on, bring it on, bro. And the enemies in this world, they basically follow this theme. As you can see though, all these enemies they all wear armor, they all wear metallic armors, which means you can only burn them with a fire attack from behind, because the front of their bodies, obviously, is covered in metal. You try to burn them, they'll just shrug it off and be like, I'm cool.
Hi, Spyro! Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting you. Make sure to keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterflies.
Like I said, these dragons like to reiterate everything that's been said to them before. They really, around this point in the game is when they start to repeat phrases, and we're not that long into the game either. We're like, this is part 3 for God's sake. But they do like to reiterate their own phrases and start to continue throughout. And overall, the level themes you can expect in this stage, actually, apart from that ice level, which is really out of place, I must say, are basically desert-based areas. Everything seems very barren and very desert-like, and it's a nice theme, really, for the second world. Because I don't know. Whenever I think of a World 2 in a game, I think Mario's to blame for this, but whenever I think of a World 2 in a game, I always think desert. I don't know why. I blame Mario Bros. 3 personally. But anyway, one of the unique things about these cannons is you can actually push them left or right and actually burn them with a fire. And when you burn the back of it with a fire after pushing it left or right, you can shoot out a cannonball. And what you want to do with this cannonball is actually shoot these metallic boxes you can't normally destroy, and just shoot at the bullseye marks that are in the mountainside. And basically shooting at the metal crates will obviously break them open. You can get some beautiful gems out of those. And if you destroy the mountainside, obviously it's the entire mountainside will explode, and it gives you an extra platform so you can traverse across. And this is actually probably one of the first homeworld. Well, obviously it's the first homeworld in the game you'd have issues with because it's the second one. But you would have issues trying to search for everything on your first time through, probably, because around the end of the homeworld, around this area, there's a little cavern off in the distance, and you're meant to glide across to this cavern. You can see it right there. Now the problem is though, the cavern for first time players can be really tricky, and when I was playing this way back in the day, I don't know whether I was an idiot or not. Oh, there's the thief guy, by the way. You're too slow. But I always had issues actually reaching the chasm. Don't know why.
Well done, Spyro! Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some...
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure!
That's what I love to do. But yeah, what? Did I say chasm? You know, that hole I meant. Hole, as in, like, you know, room. But anyway, we want to jump on this platform first to get these gems. Don't fly to the other side where we started off in the level, though. First, you want to climb up by here and glide across. When I was younger, I used to think there was an invisible wall on that little ramp there. Obviously, there isn't, and that's how you're meant to make it across here. But it can be a bit of a pain, and be sure to pick up the key earlier as well, which you probably see me pick up, and bring that over here. This should probably be your last place in the entire world to go to, and if you don't have everything in this world, you miss something out by the time you reach here. A nice little technique as well that I'm yet to stress out is if you do the charge attack while in the middle of a glide, you can actually use it as like an extra jump. It boosts. The way the mechanics work are, basically, if you do a charge while in the air, you'll get a boost of height. You'll gain altitude slightly. And not many people I know of actually use this, and you can really use this to make platforming a hell of a lot easier. In the sequel, they made the ability to do this an actual move in the game, so they learned that people really needed this move for Spyro 2. Although I'm not going to talk too much about Spyro 2 until I get to that LP sometime in the future. I am planning on doing it. I plan on doing the whole series. But anyway, these enemies by here, as you can see, they have guns. Be careful of them, because if you take too long to kill them, they'll shoot the guns at you, and those guns will quite easily clip you. If you run... Basically, if you're charging them as they're about to shoot you, chances are they will hurt you, and there's a lot of enemies in this game that revolve that sort of mechanic where they try to give you a few seconds to hit them and then they'll shoot at you. Those enemies are the worst types in this game, and you'll see me get hit quite a few times by them because I'm usually charging at this type of enemy, and they'll shoot me as I'm about to hit them, or they'll put the shield up as I'm about to flame them, which is really annoying. Hey Conan, I bet he's gonna have an awesome voice.
Thank you for releasing me.
Why? Why can't you? Oh, the voice acting's brilliant. But no, seriously, I actually quite like the voice acting in this game, because clearly they put a lot of effort in. I think the voice actors in general really did a good job. I mean, obviously you have the "thank you for releasing me" sort of voice, and I think that honest to God, think that was intentional, because if you notice, almost all the dragons that have like the macho names, like Conan or something like that, they always seem to have a "thank you" voice. So I am more than positive it was intentional, and for that, I love it. Insomniac games have a good sense of humor, which you'll find across most of their series, because, well, you know.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you're a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known?
I forget.
But yeah, like I was saying, the Insomniac games, the developers have made this, they really do have a good sense of humor, and they don't take themselves too seriously. Like, the stories of these games are really light-hearted, and they really don't go overboard with the drama or the tension, which a lot of the later Spyro games actually did do. The later Spyro games in the series, which weren't made by Insomniac, really went a bit overboard with the dark schemes, where they tried to become a serious storyline, which basically mimicked Lord of the Rings in almost every way. And it just fell flat on its face. I mean, this game is... Insomniac Games clearly made this game to be a light-hearted adventure with... You know, light-hearted adventure about a colourful purple dragon who wants to go and explore, and just doesn't take no crap off of nobody. He's a good character, and the entire series should revolve around this child-friendly, very colourful sort of approach. And that's one of my major issues with the more recent Spyro games. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. The more recent Spyro games are something for another time. But for now, we just want to fly across here, and you're gonna see me, I think. Yeah, there's one area right across the canyon, as you probably saw, that I'm completely neglecting to go to for two reasons. One, it's a really, really tricky jump to make. There it is over here. And two, there's actually a chest on there that I need a key to get hold of. Now the key, it won't be too much longer in the stage until I actually pick up the key. I think I pick up pretty much any second now. But one thing about this stage you will find is this level in particular really likes the glide. It really wants you to go out of your way to glide across the areas and explore the vast beyond. Well, not really the vast beyond. I mean, basically, it wants you to glide around everywhere. It wants you to explore and fly across the mountains. Because later on, you're gonna see me do a glide that back when I was young, I couldn't do. I found it really difficult. Right now, though, at my current age of playing the game, it is an easy glide to make, and anybody should know it's easy if once you know where exactly to glide. But when I was a kid, I found it so difficult. It won't be too far until you see that, but hey, let's go rescue this dragon by here. Boris, isn't that the mayor of New York?
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was born to glide.
Did I say mayor of New York? I meant mayor of London. Isn't that the mayor of London? My god. But yeah, like he said, as I was explaining myself, this level likes to reward you for good gliding, so basically go by here. I haven't explained these chests yet. Basically, those certain types of chests, you'll need to flame and then a gem will pop out. When the gem pops out, jump up and then you'll be able to collect the gem and it'll explode the chest. And this was the glide I was talking about that I'm completely talking way after. Basically, you need to glide around that cliff to get to here to speak to Maximus here.
Incredible glide, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled, with a pinch of salt.
Alright then. That's basically the game giving you the hint to say, okay, don't charge the buzzards, flame them, because that's the main way you can take care of them. But unfortunately, you see me flaming those guys quite a while. The bird enemies are really not a big deal. They can die quite quickly, and as long as you flame them a little bit earlier than you'd expect to, you'll be able to take them out quite easily, because the flame actually has quite a big hitbox. Like, the fire will hit enemies even though it doesn't look like it should at times, and I appreciate that because I have a abysmal aim with such things. So having a failsafe of having an extra range than what it looks really makes me feel more confident about flaming things. And I don't know what they did about the fire, but I really love using the fire move in this game. I don't know, it just feels so smooth and natural, and any enemies you can catch, if you're good enough, you can actually do like a sweep with the fire. So you can move from right to left, and the fire will follow the path that you're moving. So you could do a little sweep and take on like 3 or 4 enemies in a single blast of fire, and I like it when I like that. It's just really well done. But anyway, this is one of the glides I told you about. Basically, use the trick I used the trick I mentioned earlier when you have to basically push the square button at the end of the glide. You'll gain a little bit of altitude and you'll be able to make it through here to this platform. And with that, folks, that is actually it for this level and the 2 levels for this video. So thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, appreciate a like or comment to the video, don't be sheepish people, and when we return next time, we'll be taking care of the next 2 levels in this world. Thanks for watching, see you then. Bye!